The NAACP is issuing a travel advisory for the state of Florida. The civil rights organization said in a statement that Florida is openly hostile to African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals, and said the decision comes in response to Ron DeSantis' attempts to erase Black history. They also listed specific pieces of legislation they feel violate civil rights, adding DeSantis' actions are, quote, in direct conflict with the democratic ideals that our union was founded upon. While it's unusual for an organization other than the State Department to issue a travel advisory, the NAACP's move is not unheard of. Back in 2017, it issued a travel advisory for Missouri after a controversial bill was passed there.
Meanwhile,
in the Bay Area, a family from Florida traveling to Oakland is sending a warning to out-of-towners. The family was visiting our area to drop off their teen for college when they were bipped and lost important personal documents and thousands of dollars worth of belongings.
So it is crime like that that sent one out-of-town family right back home. They were sending their college student. He had just received a scholarship to play. The family's rental was broken into with everything inside, everything that you would need to get your son off to college.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about Oakland. I'm in Oakland, California. Once again, one of these liberal cities that I have put on my list of places not to go, okay? I'm just not going to go to these liberal cities that are being ran by these progressive activists that are allowing the agents of chaos to run the city into the ground, okay? Oakland is so crime-ridden that the residents there quite literally can't have nice things.
Oakland, where 2 restaurants will be closing their doors for good after the owners say ongoing crime is killing their business. It's the last day for Le Cheval, a long-running Oakland institution. On the same block, Galeto Brazilian Steakhouse is also shutting down. Dahlin broke the story 2 weeks ago. He's back to talk to both owners on what they say others need to do to survive.
The end of an Oakland institution. Dozens of loyal customers waiting in front of Le Cheval for one last meal at this downtown location.
Way over 20 years, I'm a Miss La Chevelle. I'm here to stand in line for over an hour just to get this good food.
I'm gonna miss the great food. The food is, wow, it blows your mind. It's very emotional.
The owner, Suntran, holding back tears, reflecting on the restaurant his late mother started.
Crying. It's tough. It's tough after 38 years. I have to shut it down.
Son blames the out-of-control car burglaries and violent crime for scaring many longtime customers away. He's not alone.
Today's our last day.
Eli Nascimento owns Galeto Brazilian Steakhouse.
It is crime. It is definitely crime.
Yeah, so again, Oakland is so bad that you can't even have nice things, okay, or eat nice things, okay, like going out to eat at a fine dining restaurant. They're evacuating the city because people can't even park their cars to go eat without being the victim of some type of robbery, okay, or being the victim of a crime. It really is a sad state of affairs, okay, but this leads me to this story right here that I'm going to talk about out of Oakland, involving a family from Florida that, for all intents and purposes in this video, is going to be black, right? Just to make my point, even though you could probably throw them in the so-called people of color category. That's probably more accurate because I think they're actually from Jamaica. And it sounds as if they may be recent immigrants into the United States. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to call them black, right? For the purposes of the title of this video, okay? Because this is the point I'm making. This family moved their son from Florida to Oakland to go to college. And basically on the first day, their son gets robbed. So now they're evacuating their son back to Florida. Now, why do I think this story is important? Well, it's an important story to me because the NAACP, which is supposed to be the organization to try to keep black people safe and to advance the interests of black people, which really just means push progressive politics and be pro-Democrat, which is, again, what the NAACP does nowadays, more so than actually advancing the interests of so-called people of color. But anyways, yeah, this organization issued a travel advisory for Florida. But when it comes to California and some of these other liberal cities, they didn't issue a travel advisory telling black people don't go to these cities or these states because they are too dangerous for black people. Now, in Oakland, to be fair, they did call for the city to issue a state of emergency over the crime. However, they did not come out with a travel advisory specifically asking black people, do not come to Oakland because it's too dangerous. Okay? Although to me, it seems like Oakland is probably more dangerous for black people than Florida, right? At least according to this family. So without further ado, let's get into it.
In the Bay Area, a family from Florida traveling to Oakland is sending a warning to out-of-towners. The family was visiting our area to drop off their teen for college when they were bipped and lost important personal documents and thousands of dollars worth of belongings. New at 6, KTVU's Crystal Bailey joins us now after speaking with them. Crystal?
Well, Roman Crossman just graduated high school in Florida, planning to attend Lincoln University here in downtown Oakland to play football. But now his family is planning on withdrawing his enrollment because they're so traumatized and don't want to leave him here for school.
In Oakland, California, you just got to be careful.
Narisa Murray Watson says she's devastated.
Everything totally gone.
Her family was traveling from Florida to Oakland to register her son, Romel, at Lincoln University. At around 6:15 Saturday evening, they left their rental car parked to pick up food at a nearby Jamaican restaurant, only to find broken glass and 5 suitcases stolen.
Wow.
$3,000 in the bag my husband put under the seat with 3 passports, 3 social security, his high school diploma, my son's high school diploma, birth certificate, everything totally gone.
So again, everything they would need to move their son into college across the country, gone, right? First visit to Oakland. Again, this is why Oakland's on my no travel list, guys. Okay, I might have to come out with my official no travel list, right? My official list of liberal cities not to go to, okay? Oakland definitely is up there near the top. Because as soon as you get into the city, there's a chance you're going to be robbed, okay? But again, where's the travel advisory? Where's the warning from the NAACP warning black people, LGBTQ people, and so-called people of color, don't come here, right? Don't travel to Oakland. You might get robbed, right? You might get killed. You might get shot. I don't see one, right? I don't see one. Again, it's amazing how they want to paint Florida as such a dangerous place because of common sense policies being passed by a conservative government, right? That wants to treat people equally, okay? Yeah, that's dangerous. So dangerous that you shouldn't go to Florida. Don't travel to Florida, right? Dangerous place. But Oakland, though, a place where you have out-of-control crime as a result of progressive policies and politicians, Democrats, black people getting robbed every day, killed every day, crime is out of control, can't even send your son to college. Well, they're not issuing a travel advisory. In fact, I haven't seen any travel advisories for a liberal city, okay? Although, I would say that liberal cities are the most dangerous places in this country. And it doesn't matter what your skin color is. If you go to a liberal city, you're putting your life in danger, right? I'm just keeping it 100. That's just the reality of America right now.
It happened about a block away from the university at 15th and Franklin. And when they got back to their car, they say a witness told them men driving a car without a license plate, masked, broke into their car and stole all their things. Of course, this is something people here in Oakland have seen many times.
I didn't know that these things happen in America. So it's strange, really, really strange to me.
She says she called the police but was told to file a report in person at a police station.
To me, it's lawless because we even called the police 3 times. And they said they can't come. We have to come. They can't come.
On top of all the important documents and belongings, they also lost a sleep apnea machine.
Now I started feeling the effect of not sleeping with my sleep-up machine. Wow. Because now I start feeling my heart like it's pounding in the mornings when I wake up. Instead I feel rested, I'm not feeling rested.
Now the family is pulling Romel out of Lincoln University.
Now I have to bring back my son to Florida because it's not safe here. I have 1 child.
Now, we reached out to Lincoln University but did not hear back in time for this report. Meanwhile, the city of Oakland has touted lower crime rates, saying violent crime is down more than 30% from last year. And the most recent crime data says car burglary is down 60%. Crystal Bailey.
BS, right? BS. You're a fool if you believe that. You're a fool if you believe that. yeah, I thought Florida was such a harmful place for so-called people of color, right? I thought Florida was so dangerous. Why is this family evacuating their son from Oakland back to Florida if Florida is so dangerous, right? So dangerous that you have to issue a travel advisory. But again, this is just another example of how the priorities of so-called black leadership are out of place, okay? They focus more on trying to warn black people about conservatives and racism than they do about warning black people that, hey, if you go to this little city, you might get robbed, okay? You might get killed. You might get shot. I'm just saying, I personally think that if you're going to issue travel advisories for places where black people shouldn't go, I would say these little cities would probably be the number one place that I would say that, yeah, you shouldn't go. In fact, I think that, you know, a vast majority of people, regardless of your race, should consider not going to some of these cuckoo for Cocoa Puff liberal cities that have allowed crime to get out of control. I'm just saying, my point is that it seems as if the priorities of some of these organizations that are to protect black people, it seems like they're out of line, right? They're more aligned with the Democrats and their agenda, which is not necessarily in line with protecting black people, right? Which, again, is something that you would think the NAACP, they would be concerned about these liberal cities if that is what their priorities actually were. But that's not their priority. Their priority really is to push propaganda for the Democrats and to keep black people voting Democrat. And this is the result. More destruction and chaos in these liberal cities, and that disproportionately negatively affects black people. But yet these people are pro-black though, right? They're pro-black according to the woke revolutionaries. And it's not Oakland or California that you should worry about. No. It is Florida, right? Because Florida is dangerous for black people, okay? This is what they say. It is pretty hilarious. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.